everybody, welcome back to the Wilds. I wasn't going to make another video on the Wilds for some time. I'm going to let some patches come out and see how the game progresses. But a few of you have asked a couple of questions, and although I've answered those, I think, in the comments on the last video, I wasn't sure about one of them, and so it inspired me to load up the game again and just have a look. So the first thing I want to address is controller. You can see here in controls, we do have the option here for gamepad. And as you can see, it does seem to be set up, predefined. So question was, does it support a controller? And I'd have to say the answer would be yes, based on that. Now you can change these assignments, I think, maybe you can't. Just from selecting generally, it looks like you can't. But because the arrows are there, I think probably in the future that's maybe coming. And the other reason I think maybe in the future gamepad support will be coming is obviously it's all here, it's all set up, etc. But when you're in the game, it doesn't seem to work. So I will just quickly go into my Fox game that you saw on the last one. I did continue playing after recording. Just give it a moment to load. There we go. So you can see I'm in my little den, and I did eventually... Oh, I'm being pushed around. I did eventually find a few partners. So if I just stand up and walk around, this is with keyboard, obviously. And if I swap over to the controller, you can see I'm pressing buttons, moving things around. Nothing's happening. Now, just for clarity, I am using a Geotech VX4 wired controller with the jack socket for a headset or whatever, but I'm not using that. So it looks like, whilst it is a planned feature for the future, it's currently not implemented. So there is that. Now, rather than carrying on with this game, I think, just bear with me. Okay, so here we are back at the main menu. Now, unfortunately, there is no quit to main menu. You have to quit the game entirely. So hopefully my video won't have completely stopped. But I wanted to show you, if I go into load game, you can see I can erase my save there. There's not much I can change on this. That is the only save game I have. But you can go down to the bottom here and press N or click on N for a new game. And one of the other questions I had was seasons. Were the seasons implemented? And I'll be perfectly honest, I'd not played it long enough to experience a seasonal change. But I can confirm that you can change the seasons. And that would indicate to me that as you play through the game, the seasons will change. You can also change the time of day at which you spawn. So there you go. So I'm going to leave that at midday. The casual mode is the only mode, so you can't currently change that. So if we confirm those settings, oh, I should also mention you can't change the biome yet. That's not been implemented. If we just select that, we can then go on to what animal you want to play. Obviously I chose a wolf in the last one. And I think this time I'd kind of like to see what the eagle is all about, because I've not tried that before. And I think in order to unlock some of these animals, you have to actually play the game and find them. So you have to play with some of the starter animals, and then once you've inspected these animals, I think it then unlocks them for you. So you can see we have high attack, very poor defense, extremely maneuverable, eats meat, fish, bugs, anything basically, except vegetables. So let's give that a try. Oh, what are we going to call our eagle? Well, first name that springs to mind is forest orientated, so just go with that. So again, we'll leave it in summer, casual mode. We've done all of that, so we confirm. And you'll see the game loads, and you'll have to bear with me because I've never tried flying before, so this might be kind of fun. So here we are a bald eagle, same sort of spawner area as before, and initially you're just walking around, but obviously we're an eagle, we want to fly. So to do that we do jump, and as you can see we can fly through the trees with ease. I'm adjusting the speed that I would normally be walking at with the mouse wheel, which just seems to kind of make me flap the wings. If I stop going forwards, we just hover, and I see a fish has... oh, that's cinematic mode. So some of the buttons need setting up. And how do I land? Oh, there we go. Oh. I think we identified it. No, maybe we didn't. No, I'm pressing all the wrong buttons. Ah, there we go, we landed. And it disappeared. Okay, so a little bit of fun. It's spacebar to climb, like so, and then we can glide. So you've got to keep pressing forward to go forwards. Kind of like to identify. So it looks like you have to land to identify. And he's wandering off now, so... Ah, there we go. So we did identify him. Oops, no, don't want to do that. Yeah, we did identify him as a Yukon wolf. Takes a bit of getting used to how these things work. So obviously one of the things you're going to need to find is going to be food. I could have grabbed that fish, but didn't seem very willing to let me eat it, so just get some height here. So that's what's called cinematic mode. And I think you can change things around. No, don't want cinematic mode. I want to go down. So obviously wandering around as an eagle is going to be cumbersome and difficult. Eagles are not meant to wander around, you're meant to be flying. But trying to identify things while you're flying seems to be quite difficult. Can't actually get close enough. Okay, so we know we don't eat vegetables and things, so no point in grabbing that. Something else there to inspect. There we go. So of course the next thing you're going to be looking for, apart from partners of the bald eagles, is a den. Now I'm assuming an eagle would not have a den inside something like this. Well, apparently it does. So the dens are just dens for all animals, regardless, it seems. Just see if we can find another fish. We should identify the water while we're here. And have a drink. Okay, so we're walking underwater apparently. Kind of expecting to get a grab icon at some point, but... oh heck, I keep missing those. Now it's gone. Let's see if we can find another one. Ah, what's that? Come on. Let's try to... nope. Don't want a drink. There we go. So it takes a bit of finagling. That bear's probably going to kill us in one swipe, but let's just go and see if we can do any kind of identity. Yeah, he's mad already, look. Yeah, so I think we're going to have to land in order to identify him. And I don't think ducks are really going to be helpful. And there's a big lump of meat there. So obviously you can eat that. Anyhow, as before, I'm not going to get into a long Let's Play. I just thought I would give you a couple of answers to the questions you've asked, and also show you a slightly different way of playing the game as a bird. You're going to have to spend some time just messing around, and obviously the eventual aim is that you make partners and you, well, have babies, I guess. Such as, no, wrong button, such as the wolves down here. As you can see, a young wolf. So, oh, one other question, I've already answered it, but you just see if I can find that little den again. Just go back here, that's the easiest way of doing it. Go back to the bed, which we didn't identify. You doing it? There we go. Okay, so if we say to sleep now, I would have thought a bird would have a nest. That's a bit strange, but anyway. Yeah, so you can see you can change the season here with W and S. So we're in June, go through July, August, September, and you can see the ambience changing in the background. So that's the middle of winter, January. So if you select that as your season, for instance, you can then change the time with A and D. So we'll it's the middle of winter. I think it would probably be a good idea to be in the middle of daytime. Just back to sun up. I assume that's middle of the day, and you confirm that. And there we go. So no snow on the ground. There's a cougar. You can see we do have a temperature gauge in the bottom left hand corner. So we've got food, then water, and then temperature. So yeah, there you go. That's essentially just answering some of your questions. It's only going to be a short video. I'm not doing a playthrough of this game. I think every episode would be very similar, but very pretty game. Chill, relax, sit back, pretend you're an animal, and just enjoy yourself. There you go. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you on the next one. Take care now. Bye bye.